Dan, the flip side, and people are opposed to this, is it keeps those who get these checks dependent on these checks. I know in Chicago, I think Jeff was saying this will be a one-year experiment. But if that goes away, they then lose that all, and they're right back to where they were. Furthermore, it could have the perverse effect of keeping people, or trying to keep people, under that income limit at 38,000 or whatever it was, to make sure they get these benefits. What do you make of that?
Neil, there are people that need help, and the government should step in and help those who can't support themselves, who can't work, who need assistance. I'm all for that. What I am not for is paying people to stay home. I do not believe anyone who is able to work and receives a check from the government, no matter what the form is, should just stay home. They should have to do something for that. So if you're being paid by the Fed, if you're being paid by the state, you should have to do something in service of the federal government or the state. I'm okay with waiting to see how these programs work out. I don't want to just shut the door on it. But let me say, I am a little skeptical, Neil.
Dan, we talk a little bit about, out of this world stuff, but I'm looking at the price tag on some of this spending, on the infrastructure, another $2.5 trillion, on this Jobs Act and all. How are we going to pay for all this?
Well, what they're telling everyone is that we're going to have corporations pay for this. We're going to have Cavuto and all his rich friends pay for this. But the point is, Neil, eventually you run out of that money. And to me, it's all about propaganda. Let's look at the names they're calling this. The Americans Job Plan, the American Families Plan. Those things sound nice, and they're popular. Joe Biden has said, hey, these spending programs are very popular. But let's start telling people the truth. This is spend us into bankruptcy plan. This can't continue forever. And the reason it's happened to this point, Neil, there's never been any consequences to our wild spending. Sooner or later, the bill is going to come due, and at that point, it's going to be too late.